So these are all the parts that I ordered. I believe radiator, headlights, rear driver's side brake caliper, brand new, CV axle, I don't remember what that is. This is part for the intercooler. I don't remember what any of those packages are, but I guess we'll find out. So, and I got a good set of shifter cables, which are right there. Oh, that's what those were. I'm pretty sure, I want to say that those are probably like shifter bushings or something. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I really don't know. So I guess we'll find out when I open them. So I'm gonna start pulling the old parts out now, and then after because I don't have a tripod, I'll probably install the parts and then show you, after the parts are in. So I know I got the shifter bushings, obviously the radiator, brand new headlights and all that other stuff, shifter bushings, and just like a bunch of other stuff. So let me get these out of the boxes. I'll get them organized and set up and stuff. Probably start installing them, and then we'll go from there. Then I'll update you guys after all that stuff is done. Alright guys, so started pulling the stuff for the radiator. I'm actually going to put a new thermostat in it, which I have right here. I'm just going to pull the old one out of the thermostat housing. I do have the power steering lines and the cooler. I have all that stuff. I got to throw the alternator on, put the belts on it and stuff, then button all that stuff up. Then I can go on the bottom, button all that stuff up. But for right now, I'm going to work on as much as I can on the top, and then I'll work my way on the bottom. So let's get to it. Okay, radiator and everything is all in there. New condenser, new radiator. Now to put all this stuff back together. Alright guys, so here's the heater core that I got for the car. It resembles the stock one, so I mean it should work. It does have mounting brackets. They're inside the box though, and it does come with a bunch of like clamps and stuff like that. So it's got some clamps and stuff in there too, and it came with the hoses and stuff. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna set it up so I can just install it and be done with it. So I'm gonna find the rest of it because it came in separate parts. So I'm gonna set this up on the hood, or I'm sorry, the windshield up there. So I'm gonna get this all pieced together and then we'll put it on. So alright, so I got that one out of the bag. Still got to get that one out because that one goes underneath. So the cooler's right there, alternator, rear bracket, or I'm sorry, the rear brake caliper for the driver's side. I had the shifter bushings around here somewhere. I don't know where I put them. So I'm not going to get much done to the car today, but it is a different day. I did some plumbing with the vacuum lines. I still have to top all the fluids off, so that's probably going to be a different day. I gotta pop all the old bushings out because those are kind of trash. And then I still gotta add the rest of the coolant in it. I gotta still plumb some of the vacuum lines there, but I have those off because I took the charge pipe off. It's back on now, but so so I still have to do like tedious little stuff, and the power steering pump that side, and then this one goes to the rack, and then you've got this one here. So I gotta find bolts for that, but that I've got a new bushing for that with this part here. So those headlights came out pretty good. I like those headlights look a lot better than the ones that were in it. They still got the plastic film on them too, and they came with the Ember turn signals too. Both of them did. So that's the progress so far. Not going to get much done today. It'll probably be a different day before I'm able to put the axles in, and I got to drop the exhaust, put the rear O2 sensor in. I got to do the rear driver's side brake caliper. I got to do the front driver's side. Oh my god, the front driver's side. I can't believe I'm doing it. The front driver's side hub is, I have to do that because it's got a bad wheel bearing, so I found a deal on a new one. Well, a used one, but new to me, so it's got a good bearing in it, so I'm just going to swap that out instead of taking it to the shop and having a wheel bearing put in it. So I got to do that, but while I have that apart, I'm going to throw the driver's side CV axle in. I got to take the passenger side apart, put that CV axle in, and while that's apart, I'm going to throw that alternator in there. Soon, hopefully soon. Alright guys, so got the shifter cables in there, right? So if you ever have any issues getting those on there, because sometimes when they're brand new they can be a pain, just take an extension with a socket and take a rubber mallet and hit the top of the extension right there. It'll pop right on there, nice and snug. So we're about to unbox this. I believe it came from Stevie Miller. I think I got it from his eBay store. So, damn, I just lost my train of thought again. I'm getting old. That's a sign. Apparently, I don't know. Okay, guys. So we got the hub off. It's right there in about 2 pieces because the bearing was so bad. There's the rotor, obviously. So to get the ball joint and stuff off for the the ball joint, and I believe they are I don't remember. Anyway, you know what? It is 15. I mean, that's what it took for me to get that one off. So then to get that tie rod end off, kind of just put the bolt on there. Or not the bolt, but the the nut part. I just had it. I don't know what I did with it. So now we got to put the new hub on there. Well, it's not new, but I got to put the. First of all, I got to put the CV axle in. That's first, and then after that, the new hub that I got from Stevie Miller, because I ordered a new one. So let's check that out. It's in a box, so I still have to open it up. So I just lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Happens to me all the time. So anyway, let me get this unboxed, put the CV axle in, throw the new hub on and stuff like that, so then I can actually drive this thing out of the garage, because I'd like to get it out of the garage to kind of finish it up, because my garage is kind of small, as you've probably seen. So I'd like to organize the garage and stuff for future projects, whatever, what have you. I'd like to start working on the caliper eventually, so I want to get that done. But there's some things under the bottom, underneath this car, this one, the black one, that I have to finish up. Like, I still have to tighten up the hose that goes from the charge pipe to the intercooler. I still got to do that. I got to put in the serpentine belt. I want to top the fluids off. But I would really like to change out the hose that goes to the oil drain, this guy right here, because the one that's on there actually has it's ripped, so I don't like that. So we're going to take care of that, but first we're going to take care of this stuff, and then we're going to take care of the stuff that's underneath it, tighten up all the bottom end stuff, and I still have to tighten up that bolt on the side of the bracket for the alternator. Then I got to grab a battery tray for this, throw the battery in it, put it on charge, and then top fluids off, and then pull it out of the garage, essentially. I did throw the, well, you guys already saw the fact that I put in the shifter cables and stuff like that, but I gotta find the little clips that hold it to the bracket, or the, you know, the base for the shifter cables, or the shifter. I had to find like the clips for that, because it didn't come with one, or come with them. So we gotta find those. If not, I'll probably order some, or find something to make do until, you know, I get a set of new ones. But okay, so let's get this done. So anyway, let's get into this unboxing. I've already cut the box open. I haven't pulled it out yet, so let's do this. All right. So, let's see here. I get free tape? No, I'm just joking. So, okay, let's back this camera off a little bit. There we go. Oh, it came with an ABS sensor and everything. Let's see this guy. Oh, come on. Hold on, guys. I gotta set this down. Okay, so there it is. New sensor and all that stuff. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with the sensor that's on the car that I know of. But if you take notice, see how this is all shiny in there? That tells me that it was replaced at one time, which is a good thing. Let's see. The plug still looks good. Well, I'll probably just leave it on there. Okay, so everything looks good. Appreciate you, Stevie Miller, or you know, whoever I got, because I did a bulk order, so I don't really remember a whole lot. Alright guys, so when you're putting these things on here, the first thing I like to start with is setting this up here. So, because getting that in right there, it'll fight you. So, after getting all that in, well, so what I do, and this is what I do. This isn't, I mean, you don't personally have to do it this way, but this is just how I do it. So I set this on here, get that bolt in there, okay, and then I put the nut on the other side. You know, obviously after putting the CV axle in and stuff like that. So once that's in, then I put these top bolts in, and then I pull the CV axle through this side, and then I slap the tie rod end in, and then I throw the nut on. Like right now I'm about to tighten that up. And then you put your rotor on your brake caliper on. Stupid air compressor! Alright guys, you see how those bolts are for that bottom strut and the top of the knuckle there? That's how, I mean, this is just me. That's how I prefer to have them. Because it just, I mean, in the long run, it just kind of makes your life a whole lot easier. So when you're putting these, you know, you can take your impact, and then, sorry, I'm using my phone. And then, you know, you put your impact on this side, right? Because you got all this room over here, you can throw your impact on. But if you were to have the brake caliper on this side, right? So then you're going to struggle with this bottom bolt here. Okay, because the brake caliper's in the way. So I prefer to have them like that. That's just a side note. That's just how I prefer it. People might do it different. People might not care. But I prefer them to be like that because it just makes things easier. Just a side note.